You know, I was debating on like playing some Persona 2 today or tonight, but I'm like, nah, I might as well record. I haven't posted a video in like almost a week. What's going on, guys? It's your boy. You guys already know. It's your boy all the time. I hope you guys have been doing good. I hope you guys have been doing great. We're gaining subs by the day, and you guys already know. I'm always gonna thank you guys and appreciate you guys for the support. You know, because I know I used to be a lot more active, but now it's like I'm kind of slowing down and trying to experiment with the type of videos I make for you guys and really try to understand y'all. Again, since we're close to 1K, you know, I might, besides a live stream, which I want to do, obviously Q&A, talk to you guys. Also, I wanted to make more like video types of personal video, hot take type of videos. I'll go more in depth with that in a second. But as for the Discord, yeah, it's something I spoke to you guys about in numerous premieres, whether that be JoJo's, manga, or even just like video game premieres. I've spoke about it with you guys in comment section, so I'm gonna get to work on that, you know, when we do eventually get around to that point, because I feel like around then maybe we'll have like sort of a cool type of community. I mean, we already do now, guys. You know, we're the best community on YouTube. I'm gonna say that. But another thing I wanted to say before the video starts and announce what this video is that for video types of essays, I've always wanted to make videos like, I don't want to say video essays, but it's sort of around that point where I would have to make scripts for said videos. And basically it's like, I had this thought in my head where, for my JoJo fans here, and you know, for the people who've been subscribed to me for a minute, I wanted to make a video talking about why I think Yasuo Hirose and 𝐡𝐨𝐲𝐞 are some of the best females in JoJo. I wanted to kind of make videos about that, hot takes, personal opinions. Again, it's not just going to be about manga, but it might be about other things too. Like, if that's something you guys are interested in seeing, let me know like down in the comment section, and let me know down in community posts whenever I post those, and you know, you guys are active on those. But since I got the book out, you guys already know, it's drawing time. I'm going to show you guys some drawings before we get into the video. I know in my last video, my Chainsaw Man video, I showed you guys a old cover art that I worked on. Well, hey, here, right here, I reworked it. You know, I kind of like added a lot more shading. I added a little bit of like a cross in the female protagonist here, and then I have a 0 at the top, that being for volume 0 of the manga that I thought about working on, or have been working on too. Just gonna show you guys here. Aside from the script and everything, yeah, you know, that's, I know it's the same drawing, but hey guys, I wanted to show you guys the retouch version because I wanted to edit it more. Again, a lot of inspiration for my manga are going to be from numerous series, different ideas. Again, even the cover art is a little familiar to a certain cover art, which I'll talk about later. Finally, it is 3 minutes into the intro, and I'm now talking about what this video is. I want to try something new, and this is a manga that I've wanted to read for a while. I've heard and seen things about it, and I think with a lot of the popular types of sign-in like series like Vagabond, Vinland Saga, Berserk, of course those are like the big 3 type of sign-in. Then you got your Tokyo Ghouls. I've read and I've enjoyed all of those. Again, guys, I'm gonna show you guys real quick. One of my wallpapers on my phone here, let me see if I can find it real quick. One of my wallpapers on my phone that I basically have been using for multiple years now is Musashi. Look at that. So, like, Vagabond is one of my favorite mangas. I even have a Kaneki and Guts and Thorfinn. I mean, look at this one, guys. Come on, it might be a little too bright, but let me see if I can lower it for you guys. Look at that, Thorfinn, Musashi, and Guts. So, I've read a lot of series. I'm a huge anime fan here, guys. But I think with this specific sign-in, I definitely want to approach this a lot more differently than the series that I've always been doing on my channel. I want to go about this differently, and I want to sort of edit it in a way where it's the same as usual, but it's different. So I think you guys will see as this video comes out, as I work on it too. So if you guys are excited for a new series, then let me know. I definitely want to have fun with this, and I really want to see how you guys feel about this, because it's going to be out of left field. Again, I spoke about it in my community post about manga recommendations that you guys had for me. Intro's about 5 minutes. It's close. 4 minutes, 45 seconds. Like, subscribe, post notifications turned on so you guys never miss videos by your boy. Always check out my community posts. I have my members, follow my members, all that type of stuff. Second channel always will be the first link in the description. I hope you guys are ready. I'm excited for another journey we get to embark on. New things are coming soon, so subscribe, help your boy get to 1K, and we're gonna aim higher than that, even when we do hit 1K, because that's not the end. I'll see you guys in some Goodnight Punpun.
ひとときみんなと一緒だったかけがえのない時と知らずに私は過ごしていた今はただ大切に忍ぶよ I will embrace the feeling 君はね確かにあの時私のそばにいたいつだっていつだっていつだってすぐ横で笑っていたなくしても
Alright guys, before we continue, grab your snacks, get comfortable. I'm a little tired, but at the same time, I'm like wide awake. Y'all know that feeling when you're just tired, but you're also wide awake too? It's like, I don't even know, it's weird. Anyways, flip screen around, let's get into it. Alright, so I'm guessing this is the sort of like widespread cover art, like the actual book art if I had the physical book, but this is the first cover art with, of course, credits up here to the people who translated. But yeah, this is the first volume or the first essential chapter, essentially the first chapter of Goodnight Punpun. I'm excited. I've heard things about this series, good and or bad, criticisms, other things like that, but I'm going to be the judge. You guys already know. Let me know how you guys feel about this series. Let me know if you guys have read this series already, or if you guys haven't, maybe you guys are reading it through me. If this is your guys' first time reading it, then hey, you know, let me know. And no spoilers for the people who've already actually read it too. I know this is going to be sort of long, series-wise. It might not be. It depends on how many chapters we do per video. Again, I'm experimenting. But yeah, welcome to Goodnight Punpun, first series, first everything. It's time. Something new. I'll see you guys in the series. Let's go. Chapter 1. Punpun was just about too depressed to go to school that day. This was because the most popular girl in the class, 𝐸, had just moved to a different school, and I'll never forget the time I spent with everyone here. His memories of 𝐸 began a year ago when he found her behind the school feeding on gravel to class punching bag Yoshikawa. This is just our little secret, okay? It was the first and only time either of them have spoken to a word to each other, but Punpun decided that he liked 𝐸. Who knew how boring a Monday could be without 𝐸? Hey you guys, do you know what sex is? What sex? Shh, keep it down. Okay, now what? Forget it. I'm not telling you. Do you know, Punpun? See, it's when a boy puts his thing in a girl's... It's not that scary. Okay, everyone in their seats. As you all know, our friend 𝐸 Ota moved away last week, but now we have a new member of our class. Her name is Ako Tanaka. I just moved here from Nirma. So before we continue, the art style is absolutely beautiful. I've seen Punpun's art style, and it's kind of weird because I'm going to scroll back up for you guys up real quick. I'm guessing the girl here was obviously bullying Punpun, the character here, and the way that the, I would say, author decided to depict her is kind of interesting. If that was done on purpose, I want to know if that was. I feel like it was. I feel like that was. And I also feel like for what Punpun is, I feel like Punpun, like the character here, is obviously, they're referring to Punpun as a he. So I'm only guessing it's a dude. And as for this little girl here, 𝐸𝐞, I believe. You know, I'm saying it right. I think it's 𝐸𝐞. I've seen her before too. But it seems like everyone that was kind of being mean to Punpun is drawn in a sort of depicted ugly way, you know, the best way I could say it, so I like that. Goodnight Punpun 1. And you know, dreams aren't limited to what you want them to be when you grow up. Everybody wants to do something when they get bigger, right? The bigger the dream, the bigger folks. You know why? Because dreams are free. Because they're not more important than being aware of your own limitations and financial outlook. Otherwise, you'll be settling yourself up for a very painful adulthood. Hey, why do you keep following me around? I'll tell the police. Sorry, I was just kidding. You're in my class, aren't you? Do you go home this way? Want to walk together? 𝐸𝐞 gave off just the faintest trace of a nice smell. Did you finish writing your essay? I did it right away. It was easy. I already know what I want to be, and that's an actress, a singer, and a model. Guess what? In a few years, the oil will run out, and the environment will collapse, and we won't be able to live on Earth anymore. So we'll have to colonize other stars of humanity, or it'll go extinct. Did you know that? Our daddies are trying to figure out how to survive, but I think there's no escaping from extinction. That's why I'm going to do everything when I'm a teenager, make lots of money, and spend it all in my 20s. Oh wait, sorry, this is where I have to say bye. See you tomorrow. Punpun found himself completely blown away. What could this Nerima town that 𝐴𝐽 had lived in be like? It must be amazing. Punpun began to wonder what kind of adult he would be. He soon lost his way home and was in danger of crying, but he held his back in tears. Bottom of the 9th base loaded, and there's the pitch. Oh, it's a base hit. That's right. Run, run, run. Punpun actually wanted to be a baseball player when he grew up. Now this is how the Giants win a game. He had never played baseball before, but he knew how much his dad loved watching baseball on TV. Sometimes he would wonder to himself, is that really the same thing that he was wanting to do? And that's this topic. After a game like that, a man needs to break out of the slugger out of bed. Give me a beer, wife. There's nothing left. None left? Don't you tell me there's none left, you... Oh, man. You know, guys, I'm gonna flip it around real quick. One of the main things that I've heard about this series, by the way, again, I'm already liking this first chapter. This is one of the coolest first chapters I've ever read in a manga in a while. But yeah, one of the things I heard is that this manga, man, is very good in a lot of different ways, right? So, and I'm looking at the next page, and yeah, you know, so I see it. We'll keep going. Now go and give me some, woman. No, I mean, there's none left tonight. I bought that fucking beer with my own money, you whore. You completely unemployed for an entire year. I turned down that transfer out of our town for our family's sake. How was I supposed to know when they would fire me? Isn't a man's wife supposed to support his decisions? Punpun was somewhat used to this, so he decided to pray to God by chanting, dear God, tinkle, tinkle, hoy. God would appear. He had been taught that this little trick by Uncle Yuichi lived in Ofuna, and there he is. What do you ask of God, Punpun? Punpun asked God his question, is there any way for mom and dad to be nice to one another again? You know, pal, God's getting kind of tired of this topic. Anything else you want to ask? What kind of grown-up will I be? He mused. You can take your time to think about that. All the possibilities of this world are before you. If you say what I just said to little kids when they grow up, and it meant you are a bad man. Punpun, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your homework. I wanted to give you a present, actually. It's a telescope. Ain't it sweet? I just happened to win it playing the SL. I mean, I got it from a friend of mine. So now you can look through this and be so close to the stars you can touch them. See that big triangle in the east? This time of year, the star on top of the Vega and the Lyra constellation. Now Vega is 27 light years away from Earth. That means the light you see from it now is from 27 years ago. What? You can see Nerima from here? Nerima's a bit too close, I think. See, a man's gotta keep his eye on something huge. Okay, so I've never had anything to do with outer space in my life. But dreams, passion, that's the real stuff. Suddenly Punpun understood. That's it. I'll study outer space. I'll get real smart and be a space scientist. Class 5 Punpun. My dream is to grow up and study outer space. When I'm an adult, I want to be a space scientist, and then I'll find a way to help mankind colonize the stars. That means I have to get good grades and get into a good college. Space is very big, and it's much bigger than Japan, so when I become a scientist and people can't survive here anymore, we can use space shuttles and rockets to live in all different planets. Then, I'll make it so that mankind can colonize the stars. That seems like a really cool thing to do. I hope you did all your homework, Punpun. After that, just maybe, 𝐴𝐽 will actually fall in love with me. Punpun, I've got bad news. A robber snuck into our house. Punpun, I'm going to tell you the truth. A robber really did sneak into our house. You do believe me, don't you? Yeah, okay. That was good, man. Oh my gosh, that was such a good chat. One of the things I love about this so far too is that how detailed and how beautiful the paneling and the backgrounds are, and then Punpun is just like squiggly drawn, that being obviously on purpose. But as for that abrupt ending, I think we all can conclude what happened. But wow, first chapter, that was really good, man. I like, damn. I almost just don't even know what to say. Like, I always tend to not know what to say when it comes to these types of videos, but like, it's weird because whether it's on purpose or not, which I'm pretty sure it is, it's aside from the blissfulness of what Punpun is thinking because he's a little boy, it's like you have these other people who are either adults or other children who are depicted and drawn very ugly and distorted, like they almost look I don't want to say uncanny. You could sort of say that, but I would say they look more in the realm of disturbing on purpose. Like, I feel like that is on purpose, but aside from that, it's like, you know, the world's already being built up here now. Like, I'm starting to kind of get a build up for what's happening. You know what I mean? And oh man, this is gonna be rough, but this is good. This is really good. So we'll head on to chapter 2. Let's keep it going. Yeah, chapter 2. In the end, Punpun didn't go to school that day. The policeman asked him many questions over and over until it was nearly evening. Punpun, come on, let's go home. Uncle Yuichi from Afuna came to get him. Uncle Yuichi and his mom's brother, who lived in Afuma with grandma, they said she'll be alright. She needs to stay in the hospital for a while. But don't worry, I'll live with you until she gets out. About the time of my unemployment comes in handy for something. Yeah, that's not really funny. Oh boy, this place is a mess. It's too bad. I know your dad's a good man at heart. Wanna play a little game before we clean up? The next day, Punpun went to school like he always did. Hiya, Punpun. Good morning. As you might have guessed, Aiko was already the talk of class. Hello, class. Good morning on a normal day. First period is Japanese. Punpun, do you have an essay you had wrote for homework yesterday? The question came so suddenly that Punpun was quite taken aback. We took all morning yesterday reading our papers, so now it's your turn to read for the class, Punpun. What's wrong? You're not going to say that you didn't do it, are you? You're supposed to do the homework. It doesn't matter what else happens. You have to do it. Everyone else has their problems. It's not right to give anyone special treatment. That wouldn't be fair, would it? But what the hell is fair anyway? Would you goddamn kids stop getting all uppity? Teacher? I think Punpun actually did write his essay. Just kidding. Okay. Mr. Vice Principal. What is it, Mr. Principal? Aren't you bored? Let's play hide and seek. You are on, sir. That we must determine who will it be. Bam. Punpun's dream to be a space scientist and help humanity colonize the stars. Punpun was very confident in his brilliant plan. So then, but what kind of plan do you have for the future? But what if someone in our class made fun of him and said that he couldn't do it? Oh, dear, Aiko was watching. Just that horrible thought filled Punpun with a terrible dread of shame. Come on, Punpun, announce it to everyone nice and loud. My dream is to be a normal salaryman and have a normal family. Punpun lied. Hey, Punpun, ready? 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 Dude, those panelings, man, that's creeping me out, man. You know, I've seen lots of horror manga. I believe one of the authors is like Junji Ito, I believe, or Ito. I don't know if it's like a girl or not, but she does like horror manga that I've read before, so I'm kind of familiar with this stuff, guys. It isn't like anything too new for me. For the channel it might be, but not really this, so. Punpun sure was acting weird. My mom said it was because of you know what. I wonder if we can cheer him up somehow. Cause like, his dad is in jail, right? He's suspected of assault. I didn't know what to say to him this morning, me either. Why not just act normal? What was normal again? It's hard to act normal sometimes. Chapter 3. What is the matter, Mr. Mori? This is class time. Well, you see, one of my students have seemed to run off. Punpun ruminated calmly. Maybe it would be impossible for him to colonize other stars. He wasn't even sure if he actually wanted to be a scientist anymore. Punpun, why did you lie to them? It's really cool that you want to be a scientist. You should just tell them. Tell that you're gonna save us from extinction, you coward. You're scared that they would make fun of you, aren't you? Let them say what they want. Anyone who only holds other people back is gonna live an unhappy life. Who cares even if you have a big dream? It's hard enough just to live a normal life. Come on, let's go. Aiko's hand was soft and warm, and so small, he thought. But most of all, Punpun thought he did not want to let go of it. A single thought raced through Punpun's head. I might not be able to rescue anyone from extinction, yeah? But at the very least, I want to save you from that fate. Why? Because I love you. Amazing panel. Beautiful, beautiful panel. So, a lot of things, like, aside from just guys, or questions in general, it's kind of like the randomness of the panels, along with some of the things that's being flashed into our faces, like that very noised, distorted up looking face of quote unquote God that's following Punpun around. I don't know who that person is. I'm only guessing that's like maybe a metaphor or like sort of a symbolism for like God following him, maybe. I don't really know, but yeah, it's a lot of this is just giving me huge like melancholy vibes. Like, excuse me, it almost feels happy, like it feels good, it feels kind of blissful in a way, but it's also very like bleak and very I don't know, like very, I don't even really want to say dark. I mean, sure, but that's not really the word I would probably use here. We'll keep going, but yeah, this is okay. You naughty boy. I found Punpun. Punpun couldn't even look in Aiko's direction for the rest of the day. Punpun, if you don't pay attention to the song, teacher's gonna put you in a headlock. The frantic beating of his heart refused to calm. It was so bad that Punpun was afraid that he would take off into flight. Punpun, well, I think we should get going now. I do have a meeting with a lawyer to see. I hope that you will continue your great works with Punpun's education. We appreciate your trouble, sir. No, not at all. Everyone has trouble in life, like it or not. It's just something that nobody can escape. I want to spread my wings to the wide open sky and fly away. The sky of freedom, far away from sadness. I want to flap my wings. I still dream about the same things I dreamt as a child. At this moment, Punpun received a faint but small sensation. Spread your wings to the sky. Of course, as he was just a child, it was absolutely new to Punpun, but he felt that he might be fated to end up with Aiko. Widespread here, the Young Sunday Comics, Goodnight Punpun 1. So, Ino, I believe that is the author's name. Ino Asano. So, okay. Man, this, here, I'm gonna scroll down so that way you guys can see it. That was good, man. Wow, okay. I think that's the end of Volume 1. Let me flip this around real quick. I believe that was the end of Volume 1, and then now we're going on to Volume 2, so... Thoughts on Volume 1? That was good, man. It was good in a way that I didn't really... Like, it's not something I can really form into words right now. We'll definitely wait till the end to sort of talk about it and try to make this discussion very... good. These videos, again, this type of style of manga video is different because I'm not really screaming or freaking out as usual. So it's a different type of manga. So lock in. We'll continue. Let's go. Chapter 4. Today was a special day. A very, very fun special day. Morning, Punpun. Will you help me unpack? After talking with your mom, we decided I'll be staying here for a while. Partly to help you and partly because Grandma and Grandpa don't want me living off savings in their house anymore. How about this, Punpun? Why don't you carry the little parts to Punpun's pop-up room? Oh, right, of course. We don't want to make it hard on your dad when he comes back. Mrs. Punyama has nothing to fear from her forehead injury. We gave her some stitches on the back of her head where she was hit on the ground, but there still shouldn't be any brain damage. We'll give her a precision scan, but I don't foresee any trouble. In fact, she's a bit too lively. She keeps complaining that we don't give her enough food or that she's bored at night. Gosh, I'm so sorry she's giving you trouble. Oh, is that Mrs. Punyama-san? Don't you worry, your mommy will be out of here in no time. As it happened, Punpun didn't really like his mother. True, she's a bit of a moody person. All she did was bug him about doing his homework, brushing his teeth, taking his bath, and cleaning his room, and on and on. Punpun hoped she wouldn't be coming home quite yet. It's okay, it's okay. No. I really insist, Father, you must accept my money. No, it's okay, it's cool. I couldn't take payment from my son-in-law. Save your money when the baby comes. Alright, I want to give you something. Hang on a sec. Dad's really changed. He's a total doting grandpa now. He used to be so stubborn and angry all the time. Maybe he's just lonely from when after Mom died. Found him. I traveled the country and gathered all of the saved birthing charms. Go on, honey. Keep them for good luck. I don't know how all of the gods are going to feel about this, but thank you for the food. You're getting up there, Dad. You can't work too hard on your own, alright? You can come and live with us anytime you're ready. Hey, don't make fun of me. I'm still a working man. Listen up, ladies. The food we're showing you today protects against any illnesses. Watch and remember how to cook this meal and you'll live long, guaranteed. It's not my fault that your husband lives to be 100 though. Uncle Yuichi has something to do. Can you make it home on your own, Punpun? What is it? You want an allowance for making it home by yourself? You little opportunist. When did you think Dad will come home? Punpun asked. Well, that's a good question. I don't really know what the answer is. Do you think that if I ask God, he'll come home soon? By saying, dear God, twinkle tinkle hoy. Tink? Dear God, tinkle tinkle hoy is that spell you taught me 3 years ago, Uncle Yuichi. Oh, tinkle. Of course, tinkle tinkle, right. Well, here, buy yourself a popsicle on the way home. God, huh? Did God create man or did man create God? I didn't really care either way. Oh well, humans are just... No, I should stop right there. Yeah, I know what you mean. Oh honey, I sure do. Who are you? Oh, I know exactly what you mean. I don't think I talked in between 2 or 3. I think I stopped and I kind of like went on to the next one. But, dude, the art style, like, it's beautiful. So, again, the more I'm continuing this, guys, the more I'm kind of, I don't know, like, it's like the type of feeling that's just, it's like it's following me, you know what I mean, guys? It's like this feeling within my chest or like within my mind where I just feel like something bad is always gonna happen. Like things are getting up there, like it's getting good. I mean, as for the mom, you know, with the mom being okay but not really being okay, it's like sure, or at least being unresponsive in some ways. It's like, excuse me, it's like this feeling of, it's like when I read Chainsaw Man, guys. I mean, this would be the same if I was reading like Jujutsu Kaisen or like more of like a shonen like series. And again, I know this isn't shonen, but we'll continue. Not really much to say here now, but as these chapters continue, right? Yeah, chapter 5. VCR is broken, and my mom's coming home soon. Also, my stomach kind of hurts. Aww. I'm not lying, okay? I really do have a video in my room. It's just not today, that's all. Stupid Shimizu, he was lying again. I bet he's never had a video in the first place. Come on, guys, you can't say that without knowing the truth. Like before, he said I can't shoot a Kamehameha. What a retard, right? But he kept swearing that he could. So I made him show me at the panda park. Did he do it? Of course he couldn't do it. He was lying. He just stood there for like a whole hour, and then he started crying and saying he wasn't feeling good. This sucks. Now my whole Saturday is wasted. What do you think? Should we do the PMSA? I think I can't take it anymore. Let's just stop with Shimizu. What are you doing, Punpun? You have to join me. Ew, gross. It's all dirty and crumpled. Hey, at least we found one. Come on. Don't you want to see the pics of people doing it? What's an orgasm? Does this like pre-ejaculate looks like some specimen laser from an Ultraman? What's that white stuff on the girl's face? There you are, boys. What do you think you're doing? You better not be doing anything gross. It's my dear 𝐼𝐸. Shut up, you're just girls, so go somewhere else. Why are you hiding something? We're making plans to travel somewhere for some vacation. The kids aren't allowed to travel on their own, right? So we're doing it in secret, right, Punpun? A vacation sounds really nice. I wish I could go somewhere really far away. It's not that, 𝐼𝐸. You shouldn't believe what these boys say. You know what? I hate boys. Let's leave these losers behind. We don't want the mist to return to Shimataku's drama. And if it turns out you were lying, you're gonna be in big trouble. Pre-ejaculate orgasm beam. I think that was really funny. That was definitely... I'm gonna have to censor some things, but for the most part, I'll keep most of that. That was funny. I never did that stuff as a kid, but just seeing stuff like that and the way that the kids like acted and stuff, it was funny. Oh man, here we go. Well, I tried out my cheese fondue experiment, but it feels like I'm eating nothing at all. On the other hand, the sense of unfulfillment, it's kind of endearing. This experiment was a success. I think them showing that too was very very surreal in a way, right? Not really much to say there, but honestly, I wonder, judging, like, not from that moment, but just from the initial first, I mean, we're on the 5th chapter now, but the first 4 going on to 5, I just wonder if they'll know each other for long, like if they will know each other for long, or like maybe they'll be separated for a long time and they'll re-meet again. I'm only thinking this because for the first chapter 2 and 3, they were kind of together and then they kind of separated because they're in different friend groups, boys and girls, and then they kind of reconvened again because the boys and girls met each other, but then they kind of separated again. So I wonder if this is going to be sort of a situation where like they're going to be separated for a long time, or maybe they'll be together for a long time, reconvene. I'm only thinking this because I kind of like their sort of relationship so far right now. It's not much I can really judge based off of 4 chapters, but as so far, little boy, little girl, that's all we really got right now, right? It's like a simple crush type of scenario. Chapter 5. And Punpun understood. A piece of my brain just shot out of my wiener. A medical compendium? Well, yes I do, but why? Does a person die if their brain melts? Asked Punpun. Their brain? I've never heard of such a thing, but I suppose it would be lethal. Can a brain melt out and shoot out of a funny place on your body? Asked Punpun bravely. Ah, I see. I get what you're talking about. Don't worry, Punpun, you'll be fine. But, you see, Punpun, there are many things in this world that you don't know about yet. I can give you some books if you'd like to brush up. Foolish earthlings, prepare to meet your doom. Suddenly, he felt a great anxiety. Guess what? We'll have to colonize other stars, or humanity will go extinct. See, a man's gotta keep up his eye on something huge. Dreams, passion, that stuff is real. Even for a kid like you, for a lack of self-control is appalling. You saw a moving star? I don't see such a thing. It was probably just a satellite. Could it be a new type of star that I just discovered? Yeah, this could be a great discovery. If it's a new star, well, you'll have to call it the Punpunina. Do you think I can win a Nobel Prize? Well, are you greedy? Punpun was positively ecstatic. If you want a Nobel Prize, I can use the prize money to build a house on Punpunina and colonize it with 𝐼𝐸. I'll buy every video game console. I'll even get a dog Mom could never let me have. I'll make another house for Mom and Dad. In his agitation, Punpun forgot all about bedtime. I have to tell 𝐼𝐸 all about my plan. I'll have to tell Dad about it too. I'm sure they'll have to tell me how smart and great I am. Punpun was finding it difficult to speak to 𝐼𝐸. You guys, come quick. Look. Chapter 7. Hey Harumi, what's with the lack of effort? I want to see some series running. Hey you guys, if you make me feel angry, I'll break your little neck, Squirt. Do you think that she was handing him a love letter? Obviously. Do you think that they'll go out? Probably. I mean, they've liked each other for a while now. If you like each other, you go out. To Punpun's ears, this was such a radical, fresh, modern concept. But Punpun had just one misgiving. What exactly did going out involve? All that ran through Punpun's head was something that Haruman had told him once before. It was when boys put their thing in girls. Teacher, what's a game in which a ball hangs from a stick and has to be hit in a hole? Hint, you have to use your waist carefully. What were you thinking of? Disgusting. The answer is ball in a cup. When a boy and a girl love each other, they go out, they have sex. How does 𝐴𝐼𝐾 feel about me then? Punpun wondered fiercely. What? Did you fall down? This is just a scrape. Kids these days, so weak. Here, I'll disinfect it for you. I need you to leave for a little bit. Take a rest here and go back to class, hon. I fell on purpose. Do you know why? Because this was the only way for us to be together. You've been avoiding me, Punpun. You haven't? I believe you then. Well, you did say that you would do anything to take care of me, didn't you? Do you love me? Then, I love you too. Oh, this is kind of cute though. That's kind of cute. I like that. That's really cute. Let me go back up. Look at this panel here, bro. This is cute. Let me go back up too. Look at her smile, man. One of her front teeth is gone. You see the... That's cute, bro. That's really cute. That is... It's just the way that she looks. Like, I really want to know... Because I feel like we know this, guys. Yeah, I'll flip my screen real quick. I feel like when it comes to Punpun, we know he's like a little boy, but I wonder if we're ever going to see what he looks like. You know what I mean? Because the way that he's drawn here, not even just here, but in the manga in general, there's a reason why. And if it's something that we ever get the answer to, we probably will, or we never will. But I think through speculation, if it never gets revealed, or later when we do, and then we talk about it, I wonder how it will be revealed. Because I feel like for a majority of this manga, guys, I'm kind of going to call it here, I feel like Punpun's identity is going to be sort of... it's going to be sort of hidden, you know what I mean? And in the way, again, it's just the way that he's drawn. There's a reason for that, you know? And I feel like the author does a really, really good job of displaying the feelings here. Like, it's something I'll talk about at the end. Not too much for right now because we're reading, but this is good. It's good, guys. Gotta have my yapping here, my talking. Let's continue, guys. Look at the rainbow, teacher. Punpun, did you know that Sonoda gave Harumi a love letter? They're going to the Toshiman Park during summer vacation. You're so lucky. I don't need to go to a theme park, but I do want to go somewhere far, far away. I'm not jealous of them, not me. I don't care what other people do. I don't care if someone else dies. As long as you're still there, because you love me, don't you? You'll love me forever and ever, and you'll never think about anything but my own happiness, right? Right? Well... right? You said yes, you said it. If you were lying, you were gonna get it. Wondering just how long forever and ever meant to 𝐴𝐼𝐾 put Punpun into a truly undesirable state of mind. Punpun couldn't really put his feelings into words, but for the sake of convenience, let's just do it anyway. Terrified. Haruman, did you guys kiss already or what? She dumped me. She dumped me in half a day, and I didn't even do anything. Aw, how come? She didn't like that everyone found out about it. She played with my heart, and what she did even want for me. Girls are scary. I don't care about girls anymore. I'm a PFS man for life. So, are you guys... I feel like, guys, whether it's realistic or not in a way, I feel like it sort of is. I'm trying to remember the times when I was that young. Like, I don't know what grade they're in, but I'm only guessing it's like elementary school maybe. I'm trying to remember the days when I was that young, guys, and there was relationships and not the love letters, because I'm not from, I don't know if that stuff was ever like a Japan thing, but where I'm from, it's like, you know, there was the, hey, meet me at recess, you know, meet me at the edge of the fence, you know what I'm saying, meet me at the last day of school, meet me in the neighborhood, I like you, go out with me, you know, and they would date for like a day or two and then break up over something stupid. Like, it brings me back to a time, guys, to a time when I was a kid. So I think aside from the creepy faces and sort of that has to be symbolism for the tone of this series. It's such a very realistic type of tone that I don't think I can describe. It's very creepy, but I think it's very lots of varies here. I think it's very also interesting, guys, because hear me out before I continue. When you guys look back at the things you guys did as a child, right? Remember how you felt, if you can. Remember what you were thinking. Remember how you viewed life, if you even can. You know, before you were even aware of the world, right? These kids aren't even aware of what the world holds or what the world is, you know, how terrifying and how good people can actually be. But now that we're older, we're looking at children now, and it's like we can't really put ourselves in the mind of how they are because we're not that anymore. We're aware of the world. We're aware of the evil and the good, and it's like it's kind of, I think you guys might understand what I'm saying, but I guess the whole point of this is that, like, your perspectives, your point of views, your beliefs, your sense of reality, like the way you see things, is so fundamentally different from when you were like 5 or 6 or even 10 to you being now 18, 17, even maybe even like 15, 16, 20, 30, you know, like I don't know, guys. It's, as a person who's in his 20s, it's like it's kind of weird, but it's also like kind of interestingly cool to be able to observe how these kids are acting, because once upon a time we acted this way. You guys know what I mean? So yeah, a little bit of a long talk, but it's something I wanted to save for the end. But yeah, we'll keep going. How many chapters? You guys will see. Let's keep it going. Chapter 8. Allow me to introduce you to the lawyer who's going to be taking care of some stuff for us. I'm Yugami, the lawyer. Oi oi. You have something very important to discuss, so we'll be gone until tonight. But before we go, there's something important I've been meaning to tell you, Punpun. Life is a gamble. You can get hurt, but float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. Muhammad Ali. There is a chinko pie in the kitchen if you want it. Oh, you're so cute. You look like a doll. How old are you, sweetheart? 18. You there, little boy with the remote control. Don't press fast forward, just hear me out. It is not mere coincidence that you picked up this tape. It is fate. You have a duty to watch this until the end. At this moment, I must make a very grave confession to you. I have just killed my entire family. It's not that I had problems with my family life. In fact, I think I could say that I am grateful to them. My father devoted the majority of his life to work, and my mother to education and upbringing of her children. My sister is marrying a public servant next month, but I want you to think hard. It looks like a perfect happy household, but that's just a front. Sickness, accidents, disasters, and betrayal. Only God can tell you when you'll pick a card of misfortune. In his retirement year, my father told me, now I'll enjoy my second life. It was afterwards that he had learned that he had cancer. Fighting to hold on to a small kernel of hope and fortune that can buck you off at any moment. Can you really call that happiness? I couldn't stand it anymore. Everything became so sad to me, so I killed them. It was to release their souls, I want to say, that my actions were in the form of love. But still, my father comes to me every night in my dreams, staring at me with such sadness. Did I make a mistake? It was just guilt. I don't understand. Maybe, no, I must do something. I must express myself through dance. 3, 4. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. Hey, I don't understand. No, damn it. You were supposed to dance along with me. Look, I can't take it anymore. By exposing this crime to the world, I want to ask everyone just what happiness truly is. I've hidden all 3 bodies in an old, unused miso factory on the outskirts of the main K-Town Drive. There's also an amount of cash equivalent to the courage to find it. So I want you to find their bodies and tell the media. By the time you've seen this video, I would have left you behind and departed from this world. I'm expecting much of your courage and curiosity. Aw man, it was just a prank. Damn it, we got played like fools. I mean, why would that video just be lying in the street anyways? God damn it. I need to go hit the Shimizu or something. Maybe we should get going. No, it's cool. Keep them. I'm home. What's up? You look really out of it. Well, guess what? I rented Independence Day from the store. Let's watch it and have a laugh. Huh? What's that funky dance? I don't understand. I don't understand. Say they go find the bodies with money. I mean, shouldn't they turn in that tape to the police though? Like, I mean, there's not much they can work off of, but it's like they might take it as a prank. I don't really know, but like, guys, worst case scenario, they like the kids go to that place and like let's just say the police pulls up or something like that. They might get caught or framed. I don't really know. Like, I'm thinking of the worst case scenario, or maybe one of them dies. Like, if one of the kids dies here, that would be crazy, man. Like, absolutely insane. Like, I would be speechless, bro. It's a good setup here. That was a really good setup. It creeped me out a little bit, but it was just like, it kind of caught me off guard. I like that, though. Chapter 9. Welcome home, Punpun. I wasn't sure whether to make the curry mild or medium. Do you like your curry a little spicy, Punpun? Chapter 9. Welcome home, Punpun. I wasn't sure whether to make the curry mild or medium. Do you like your curry a little spicy, Punpun? What? What's that? You like your curry super spicy. Why, you perchless little brat. So you see, we travel from door to door selling these products, hoping to benefit the health of the well-being of everyone in our community. I see. So I take it that thing printed on your shirt is your god? Oh no, we're not some kind of dangerous cult. In fact, we think that sort of mistrust and suspicion is proof that you are either suffering from ill health. Excuse me? There you see an unhealthy person smiles less. If you don't have enough smiles in your life, your happiness will fade away. Are you implying that I'm unhappy? I'm sorry, but I prefer not being plastered a fake smile on my face like you. Pardon my asking, but what are you cooking for dinner tonight? That would be curry. In that case, if you use this water, not only will your dish be healthier for you, but it'll also taste better. Oh really? This 1.5 liter bottle is 5,000 yen, but we were offering a great cheap 10-pack deal that would make each bottle around 3,800 yen. That's far from cheap. No. When you consider what you're getting, each bottle is simply packed with the master's power. What? What do you mean, power? What the hell is this master's power? Well, you might want to look at this data showing that the product has reduced disease, and don't try to change the subject. It was medium. To be honest, Punpun wasn't a fan of spicy foods, but he wanted to make Uncle Yuichi happy. But bright and clever Punpun had a great idea. He remembered something Dad said once. I loves me some mild curry. In fact, if you grate some apple into the curry, it can make it taste even better to old Pop's sweet tooth. It was now over a month since Dad had been home. Uncle Yuichi said he was going to go out on a business trip, but Punpun knew that if he didn't come home soon, the Japanese series would be over. I wonder if he'll have a bunch of presents for me when he gets back. Punpun suddenly felt very lonely. When he chanted, dear God, twinkle, twinkle, hoy, God would appear. It was a magic spell that Uncle Yuichi had taught him. Howdy ho. Punpun, what's the word? We don't answer to that kind of question at this company. Will Dad be back before the Japan series? Punpun asked. Cheapskate, Punpun framed. Where's the thingy that great apples? Punpun blurted at random. You should ask your Uncle Yuichi. Good idea. Look, just so we're clear on this, I don't have any particular problem with religion per se. If you want to believe in your God and learn this teaching's fine. What I don't like is how you try to force it onto other people. Please, sir, settle down. If you just compare the taste of water to your tap water, shut up, damn you. If that's what it comes down to, you're anxious. You're just a lonely person. But not me. I know how to survive on my own. I destroyed another human being's life. I had to. That's karma for you. Humans are messed up creatures, you know that? It is people like you who cause the world to overflow with such suffering. Every 3 seconds a child is starving to death somewhere on the globe. The planet's ecosystem is on the verge of collapse. Yeah, that's right. I'm just a horrible machine, mass-producing shit and waste. Then if mankind is wiped out, you'll be responsible. Perfect. I wouldn't have it any other way. That would mean the world is mine to ruin. Oh God, please grant the foolish man your salvation. I knew it. That stupid thing is a huge break as your God after all. That ought to be a shame. The poor girl is disgusted with you. Oh my God, that's 𝐚𝐼𝐸. Okay guys, first off, for the people reading with me right now, yes, I'm confused too. Okay, well, like, yes I am. Obviously, crazy person here. Is that 𝐼𝐸's mom? That's 𝐼𝐸. You guys see the hair? Why did I not realize that in the beginning? I mean, it's because her face was covered. Because the paneling wasn't showing her as much. Oh my gosh. I don't know what this means though. Like right now this whole chapter is just crazy person. But a little bit of some sort, like, again, let's not try to look at this face value. Let's not try to look at this too much with face value. I feel like when the uncle that's screaming here, I'm just a terrible person who... Some stuff there we'll talk about later if I remember, but that's 𝐼𝐸. Fine then, 5 minutes. No, 3 minutes. That's all I need. Just pray for your happiness. Absolutely not. Don't you dare do anything of a sort. No, damn it. Stop doing that. Alright, you asked for it. I wasn't gonna say this, but you pushed me over to the edge. There is no God. Dear God, twinkle twinkle hoy was a special spell that Uncle Yuichi taught Punpun 3 years ago. Oh. Punpun. It's 𝐼𝐸. Oh my god, I'm scared. I mean, I feel bad, but like... I knew that was 𝐼𝐸 though, but... The mom... I'm guessing that's her mom. Her mom was praying to her. Like, that's kind of weird, but... I mean, that's very... that was really, like, awkward bad, though. I mean, we already knew how the uncle was kind of feeling when Punpun asked earlier in the video, like, I should pray to God, and he was like, oh yeah, I did teach you about that, you know. And it's like he now just shouted out loud, and 𝐼𝐸 was, or Punpun was right behind him. That's rough, man. Chapter 10. 𝐼𝐸? Punpun ran after her at full speed, a rare sight to this day and age. Whether he could figure out why he was chasing with his determination or not, he still ran at full speed. Punpun was not good at running. 𝐼𝐸, that ain't my fault, yo. You ran into me. I know a lot of ya lawyers can sue me, you lose. You lied. You said your house was in the opposite direction when you walked home that one time. Do you go home this way? Do you want to walk together? I didn't want anyone in the class to find out about it. I thought after this transfer, I would finally have a clean slate to make friends with everyone. I bet I know what you're going to say now, Punpun. You're going to say she's a real weirdo. Her family's crazy just like all the others said. I'm not gonna believe you anymore. I can't take it. I hate this. Bye bye. I'm gonna go somewhere far away. So far that nobody knows where I am. Why are you following me? I'm going to my uncle's house in Kagoshima. My uncle's a doctor and he's rich and doesn't believe in any stupid gods, so he'll help me. Kagoshima's really far away. You think that I can walk there? I'm just kidding. I'm just going home as usual. I'm gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize so that we can colonize Punpunina, Punpun blurted out. Are you retarded? When 𝐼𝐸 said this, Punpun realized that he probably was retarded. Are you going to chase her? Well, that's okay. It's what God likes about you, Punpun. I wonder, guys, if this character here, my mouse is on him right here. Beautiful widespread, by the way. I wonder if this person here is like the physical, like another like God appearing again. Because I gotta admit, when I first saw him, I felt some type of way, because y'all know what I'm talking about. Hey, you know what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna assume that. I'm not gonna assume that if y'all know what I'm talking about. But look, I thought they were mocking, you know what I'm saying, mocking. But the more, when they plastered God's face on top of him, I was like, is that like God in a way kind of following them? But we didn't really get widespreads for a while, you know, and we finally got one. So, oh man, I like this, but I don't. I don't like this. Better, you promised. Punpun felt like 𝐼𝐸 would go away far, far away if he let her go. So he clung on to her with all of his strength. Okay, Punpun, but if you break this promise, if you betray me again, I really will kill you. Punpun made a promise to go to Kagoshima with her after the end of their first semester. hey guys, that's it. We're just gonna do 10 chapters. We're just gonna do 10. Man, dude, guys, that was really damn good, man. Oh my gosh, like everything. Let's see if I can try to talk about some things before we go back and flip the camera around, so lock in for this discussion, and sort of like my opinions and takes and theories. So starting off from the classroom to getting introduced into the world of Goodnight Punpun, the first thing that we notice is the depictions in which the characters are drawn, the sort of disturbed and like ugly way that these characters are sort of being like put in our faces. The backgrounds are beautiful, the paneling is beautiful, but it's specifically the very weird, abstract, and uncomfortable moments that this manga is kind of like shoving in our faces, you know what I'm saying? It's like a psychological thing that kind of makes us feel a certain way. I don't know if y'all felt a certain way reading this with me, or maybe you guys have read this on your own and then checked it out now with me. But my point is that it kind of makes you feel a certain way, and I feel like if you were a child reading this, you probably wouldn't get it. But I feel like now that we're older, we can see it in a way where it's like maybe we're seeing the world through Punpun's eyes. Maybe we're seeing it through like the young boy, that being Punpun, right? So getting introduced to his family and sort of his like perspective. He's like a very dense and naive little boy. That's what he is. He views the world as blissful and you know, he's not even really reckless and stupid and like crazy. He's very calm, quiet, reserved, ambitious, you know, about wanting to conquer the stars from extinction, you know, it's from, because he doesn't know how to say extinction. That reminds me of when I was a kid, guys. A little known fact about me, I used to never be able to spell eagle. I'd always spell it as eagle. So I would always say it as eagle, or like when the teacher would say like, how do you spell eagle, I would say like EEG like LY, like eagerly. So I thought that was really funny. It's something that kind of brought me back to that time. But you know, following into that, it's the adults and the way they're drawn. I mean, getting introduced to Punpun's family, the Punpun's family, all of his family, the uncle or the mom's sister or brother, the mom's brother, they're all drawn the same. Whether that's on purpose or not, I'm only guessing so. So for when we will get information about that, maybe not, I don't really know. Whether that DVD was a prank or not, that could be an arc, we don't really know yet. There's going to be some moments that I'm going to flip my camera on. I'm not going to flip my camera on, guys, for every specific moment that I like, not everything, but some of the main things, because I'm looking at these and we have a total of 147 chapters. So we have a long way before we even see a conclusion to the story or even know what's going on in the first place. But one thing that kind of confused me throughout the series in the beginning was why the principals were playing rock, paper, scissors. That whole section of the video was very disturbing, and I don't really know how to describe why or how. I think 𝐴𝐼𝐾 and Punpun's relationship is very childish. They're children, of course, obviously. But she's mean and direct and abrasive to him, but then the moment he shows love and affection, she's happy. She's selfish, you know, like how any, not just little girl, but how any kind of kid would be. Like, again, I feel like, guys, one of the biggest things that I see in manga and in anime is depending on the character's age, background, the way that they were raised. Again, there's not much we know about these characters, but my point bringing that up is that like people are really quick to judge characters, and it's like, guys, me personally, there's not really a single character I don't like. Maybe the dad, obviously, because of what he did to the mom, but Punpun's dad in this case, but we don't truly know everything yet. So until we know everything, there isn't much else I'm going, like, there's just nothing I can really say on like, oh, I hate this character, or like be really brash towards this character. But it's weird because there's so many instances where I've seen little boys or girls in manga and anime that act really mean and direct. I mean, that's how kids are to a certain degree. They're really blunt, they're honest, they don't care, they say what's on their mind, and then they switch up really fast. Like, she'll call him an idiot, she'll call him a coward, she'll call him stupid, but then she's like, I love you. Like, it's just so, you can really feel the energy. You can feel like the childish energy. You guys know what I'm talking about? But one thing I wanted to showcase, flipping the screen around real quick, and that's this right here. So when they first hold hands, it's this character right here, this zoomed up picture. Now, I'm only guessing, guys, this is maybe a picture of the author, maybe not. It probably isn't. Like, I don't know what this picture is. It's like a blown up picture, but I'm only guessing this is what Punpun views as God. So that's my assumption. Like, all these look at this imagery right here, right? So you have mountains, you have flares from the sun, then we have Albert Einstein here, we have the first man on the moon. You know, I don't know what that is. I'm squinting my eyes to some executions to the city and stuff. It's like all of this randomness that's happening here, right? It's so, I don't even know, guys. Like, it made me feel some type of way, good and bad. Flipping it around here to I love you panel, and then she's just happy. Look at her, man. It's cute, bro. It's cute. And again, I feel like, guys, what this manga is going to do is that it's going to make us happy. It's going to come crashing down like usual. I always hope, or not hope, but I always see the worst in every situation and all these mangas and series and stuff. And it's the kiss scene that they share right here, and she called him a naughty boy. So it's like, will we ever see Punpun? That's something that I'm really curious about more than anything. Will we actually ever see him? I feel like we will. And when we get that face reveal, bro, I'm excited. Like, I almost want to see why. Or not why. Or not why, but I want to see how he looks and why the series decided to disguise him as this little chibi looking thing. I mean, again, I've seen this chibi looking ghost of Punpun walking. I've seen this before. I've seen it many times. Excuse me, guys, I've been a long time anime manga fan. I've seen this before. It's just that throughout the years, I wanted to save it for the channel. That's kind of something I wanted to do, or it was something I was going to read on my own. But throughout the series, again, we get to see Punpun's, I'm not going to flip my screen around to these panels, but the panels of them looking at the reproductive system of females and other stuff like that, and kind of like Punpun being exposed to like this world of hormones and stuff. I like how when he picked up the book about the female part, he visualized them as monsters. That was really funny. Like, whether there's a kid out there who maybe thought the same thing once upon a time, or I don't know. It's a very, I would say, real thing. When they were looking at the stars and Punpun swore that, like, he saw a star that moved, and then his uncle joked about how maybe you'll win a Nobel Peace Prize, and then he talked about how, like, when I get a Nobel Peace Prize, I'm gonna build a house on top of the new star planet. I'm gonna buy all the video games. I'm gonna have 𝐚 with me, and I'm gonna buy a house for mom and dad. He's very ambitious, you know. I think when I was a kid, I was still the same. I was probably the same way. I wasn't very descriptive about my ambitions, but I was very ambitious. So it almost is kind of like looking in a mirror, because was I this? I don't want to call Punpun stupid, but like stupid in a funny kid way. Was I this stupid as a child? Kinda, yeah. I was a lot more dumber, but yeah, a lot more stupider. But it's cool to see, out of all the ways they could have displayed Punpun in this world, it's like everyone is so, he's not being heavily picked on, he's not being heavily liked, he's just another kid in school. That's really all it is. He'll get made fun of sometimes, but for the most part, he has this group of friends. Like, the guys seem to kind of like him. I mean, all they talk about is freaking girls and stuff, right? But it's, this is another favorite part for me right here. I'm gonna flip it back around. This paneling with 𝐚 and Punpun here together. She did this just to see him, which was really cute, right? And She's like, I believe you. Look at her smile, bro. She's so cute. Look at Punpun. He's like, no way. He's like, no way. And she's just like, do you love me? And then he's like, yeah. And he's like, then I love you too. And then he just starts freaking out. And he's just like, no way. Boom. It's like, guys, to all my fellas, even my ladies out there too, y'all, y'all remember when y'all was a kid and your crush would, if this ever happened to you, I personally, probably no, but has this ever happened to you guys? You guys remember you guys were kids and your crush would say, I like you, or I love you, or you want to go kiss behind the tree, or you want to go hold hands in the line or something. I don't know, kid stuff, right? Man, it's again, it's like, it's hard to describe, and it's something I'm gonna flip my camera on real quick too, because you love me, don't you? You love me forever and ever and ever. He says, right. And then look how excited she gets, and she starts like rubbing him really hard, and then she starts jumping and freaking out and acting all like, I don't know, guys, like everything seems too good. I don't know, like again, this is the beginning. We have a long way to go, but I truly am excited to see what this series shows for us. I mean, just by the toning, again, after this video, I'm going to look at these 10 chapters again and admire the art and the way that these are drawn. Again, thinking about making my own sort of one-shot manga here. It's really cool to see the greats, the masters really at work here with not just the art style, but how the toning is for each panel and each, like, it's weird, guys. It's weird because it's just the tone. And as for Aiko's mother, for that last stretch of chapters, is that her mother? Is that her big sister? I'm only guessing that's her mother. She looks older. So even Aiko said that you're gonna think I'm weird too, and they both agreed to run away from each other after, in the end, right? One of the biggest things that I want to flip my screen around to, sort of wrapping up this conversation, but not yet, is this here. There is no God. And then after, with Punpun being here, with her being shocked, it's this right here. This gave me, like, guys, this paneling kind of gave me the feeling. Look, you can even see her here. You can even see her here, Aiko, And I wonder, like, guys, you guys see this right here? What is that? You guys know what I mean? I think that's his face, maybe. Like, I may be overreacting. I may be overanalyzing. But why did they do that? You know what I mean? Was it like a sort of expression that he displayed that was so disturbing that, like, we couldn't see it or something? And then we see Aiko here, and man, it's like this story is creeping me out, but it also makes me feel nostalgic, happy, comfortable, on edge, worried, depressed, excited in different ways. It's like I don't really know. Like, I'm going to skip to the part that I find the most fascinating here, and it's this widespread here, ending it off in a way where I feel like this character here, I feel like displayed him not, I feel like he was a physical implement of God. I don't know why. I feel like it. I could be wrong, guys. I'm not entirely sure, but I could be wrong. And she's like, will you come with me? And then after the first semester, they both agreed that they would run away or she would kill him. I mean, I'm not gonna even say that's a very odd thing, because kids be saying whatever, right? Like, seriously, even that stuff, kids be saying whatever. But he made a promise to go to Kagoshima after her when the first semester ends. So maybe the whole murderer thing probably won't be an arc. Maybe that really was a fairy tale, or maybe it was real. We don't know. But will this story have any supernatural elements? I don't know. I feel like this will be more psychological. It'll be more heart-wrenching, more on the storytelling side of the characters' emotions and how the emotions are displayed here. Like, the way that this author is kind of like showing us sadness and happiness and all this stuff. Like, these first 10 chapters were insane. Like, there's so much stuff that happened but yet it almost feels like nothing happened. Like, you would think for the average person reading this, it's like, okay, when you get introduced to a child, bad family, moves in with uncle, meets girl, that's it. But there's so much that was displayed emotion-wise that I would actually be here for like hours talking to you guys about. So I wanted to sort of make this discussion as I don't know, like as thought-provoking as possible. I want to know more about 𝐚. I want to know more about possibly her mom. I want to know more about the world of Goodnight Punpun, but also mostly about Punpun. Is that his actual name? Like, he's the protagonist, for Christ's sake. I mean, I think so. Either that or 𝐚 is the protagonist. Maybe it's a duo thing, right? Maybe, you know. It kind of gives me the vibes of like maybe Black Lagoon or 𝐡𝐨𝐲𝐞 or Persona 2. And I'm saying all these random franchises because what do they all have in common? Duo protagonist and a Duro antagonist. I mean, even Steel Ball Run, right, that I put on my channel. You have Johnny and Gyro, you have Rock and Revy, you have Maya and Tatsuya, you have Gappy and Yasuho, and now you have 𝐚 and Punpun. So will this be a duo thing? Will this be a one thing? Like, you know what would be really crazy, guys, is that if Punpun was the Duro antagonist the whole time, that would be weird, but I wonder how that would even work to begin with. So much, guys. Like, any theories, ideas, how you guys felt about the video. There'll be some things I'm censoring, obviously. Like, subscribe, comment if you guys are new. Turn on post notifications so you guys never miss videos by your boy. Leave comments, questions, everything. I will be up on my community polls. More of these videos I'll try to record at nighttime, spooky hours, calm hours. This is where I'm usually the most calm. I like recording videos at night too. I wonder, guys, what this series could hold for the future, but what is the story like actually about though? Like, there's obviously going to be a theme or multiple themes, right? For the people who've already read it, no spoiling, but comments. I really want to know how you guys felt about these chapters. How did you guys feel? This is a very new video, so for all my manga fans here still with me, hey, this is something new that I wanted to try, so let me know how you guys felt about it if you guys want more. I'll try to be more consistent with these types of videos. Maybe I'll bump it up to 2 a week. If I try really hard, I can maybe make it 2 a week, because these videos are pretty hard to make. But I'm done. We will probably be going to Kagoshima with Punpun and 𝐚 next video. I don't really know, but that's it. It's your boy 𝐸, and I'll see you guys next time. I'm out. Good night.